Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is my experiment to go from 1k to 100k. I was away for a few days. It was banking holidays and I was spending some time with my family and loved ones. So, without further ado, status update. Did I get wrecked? For those who follow my Telegram for status updates, yes, I managed to get wrecked. I made a poor play. So, I took everything out of pub, which has dropped quite a bit in itself as well, but I tried to time the market because based on my experience with lava cake token and how Polypop performed, because when the farms came out and they had these insane daily yields and APRs, it rockets up all the way and then it started dropping. So in Pub's case, I got in around this part. I timed it wrongly. It was not the worst investment, but if you could have gotten into anything below that point, you would have been solid. That being said, it dropped quite a bit and it started growing back up again. The same thing happened with lava, but in just much bigger scale. So they had to pre-sale and it was insanely overvalued, and then it dropped to basically zero. And after that, people bought. After the pre-sale, token holders dumped their bags. People actually bought it on the down low, and it actually 10x pretty easily for these people. Eventually, it still started to going down because when you think about the farming tokens economics and the inflationary nature of the tokens, you farm new tokens so you don't have a demand for new ones. You just want to offload your bag. So it still went to crap. So that's what I was trying to time with this particular project called Seed Money. They had their pre-sale and they also had a launch. I'm sorry for the plain noise background. But basically with Seed Money they had this pre-sale, and after that they also had a 24 to 48 hour harvest lock. They sold for $5 each and it rose a little bit. People were able to farm for one day, but unfortunately I got into 1 hour too late because I got dumped hard. So what I tried to do, I tried to time the bottom floor, which I predicted to be around 0. I don't know, 0.01 maybe, but that didn't work out. This just had too much of inflation. It never rose back up. It just went worse and worse, and it's basically zero. The seed money guys are interesting because they actually didn't pull the rug. They didn't scam anybody. It's just the inflationary nature of the tokenomics. They did manage to introduce a second layer of farming. Unfortunately, I can't show you the site. I read on Telegram they're updating their website, possibly introducing a new farm. But basically, they introduced a new token called Seedlings, which you would use the old seeds, but the old ones still didn't rise in demand. So it's very unfortunate. The devs gave it a try, but people just dumped their bags and everybody suffered. And honestly, when you think about it, they minted like 50 million tokens in less than 1 week. That was not sustainable. So I managed to lose about 90% of everything. So I went from $1,000 to $100, and that is perfectly okay. I got a very valuable lesson, and I now finally have a conclusion regarding DeFi and cryptocurrencies and passive income, like how sustainable it is to make $50 per day. And you'd be surprised. My conclusion is that DeFi is legit. Like, yes, that's my conclusion, but with a huge asterisk if you use legit DeFi platforms. For example, what I advocate: Beefy Finance, of Curve. There are a few more, but these are the actual ones, and you can get safe, as safe as possible API that you can get, and make a little bit of interest. The thing with that is you need to start out with at least 10k or 20k for this to be a noticeable amount of money. In my case, when you start out with 1k, that sort of API is not going to turn that 1k to 100k anytime soon, so that wasn't the choice for me. So I think that's safe, but everything else, every except from Rogdoc, like these ones, 99% of them are a complete scam and just stay away. Like, this is a degenerate gambling. It is possible to make money with them. There are YouTubers, LA Crypto comes to mind, and Savage Fitness Crypto, and there's this, the biggest one was Taka something, he doesn't share his farms. It's possible to time to pre-sale and dumping of the bags, but as far as sustainable, actual passive income and yield farming goes, this is bullshit. This is the equivalent to shit tokens, and like I'd really recommend people to actually stay away from that. I know I got burned, but that was a very valuable lesson. I only lost the money that I was able to afford to lose, so I haven't given up. This will just put in one more K and we'll start over again. I already have some ideas. I'm still working on the strategy, what we're gonna do next. I'm probably gonna go out of DeFi for now. We might give it some time and do some other degenerate activities. We'll see if we'll have better luck trading altcoins. Maybe we'll be able, or maybe we'll do some trading, margin leverage trading, or we could potentially just hold tokens. So the next time, the main takeaway, of course, would be to do better research and understand the tokenomics, because regarding the farms, you need to understand that the only purpose is to farm more tokens, and the more tokens you have, the less they will be worth. So you need to be in a good time, in the right time, with a really good bag to make the most out of it. There will be exceptions. I still think Polybop is probably pretty solid and sound, because they're introducing the second layer token, which you can use the first layer token, which is already in scarce supply. But I still went out of that, and probably not gonna rejoin that either, because ultimately I'd like a legitimate project with real people, or possibly a real company to work on that. Just have one person work on a fork is, and at the same time manage marketing and all that, it's not sustainable, and the risk level is probably too high for me. So not to say that it's a complete scam, but it's just too much of a high risk level for me. I sleep better knowing that I probably won't lose everything if I hold Bitcoin, for example. So we'll see. The 1K, the 100K challenge, it's not over. We're just gonna start again in we'll see, a few days maybe. I do still have $200 left, so I might be. I'm still doing some research. I've noticed. I do have some plans. I've noticed some really good tokens that have a very good promise. So this was a very valuable lesson for me. I'm not new to crypto. I'm not new to trading, but DeFi, yield farms. This was something. This was something. But at the end of the day, if it sounds like a duck and if it looks like a duck, it's probably gonna be a duck. So in that scenario, a scam. Sounds too good to be true, how sustainable it is. We managed to survive the Iron Titan finance, but this won't be the first or last time that people are gonna get rock pulled that hard. So it just makes a lot of sense. So we're still in the game, don't be don't be too sad about it. Like, we definitely can still try and recover from that, and we'll see. Thank you for watching, and I hope I didn't ramble too much, and if you have any suggestions or ideas, just feel free to comment below, and I would really appreciate a subscribe. Thank you.